castle bone dragon setup. Here we go, you are looking at it, and it's time for me to do the 100,000th kill of bone dragon. So let's go, let's kill the bone dragon for 100,000th time on my main account. Let's see what we will get. How will this go? Let's go. Bone dragon is dead, and we are getting the drop. What is it gonna be? How surprising, wow. Completely useless item. So that was the 100,000th kill, which means I have a plus 500,000 defense on the bone dragon right now. So do you guess how many DCDIQ staffs have I got during this time? Not a single one. Well, never mind, it must be just around the corner, right? Let's just keep on going. 99% of bone dragon hunters stop just before hitting big. So let's do a couple of more and see if we can get the DCDIQ stuff right now. So right now, the kill time on bone dragon on this account is really fast, especially if the bone dragon doesn't do a breath attack. It will kinda die on one cast of each of my units like this. So it's very, very fast to kill the bone dragon. Still, the drops are not that great. This would be a great item for Town Archer Hell mode. You could use this one definitely for that, but otherwise no DCDIQ stuff. So basically in this build I have 4 people dealing damage to bone dragon. I have Succubus, I have Sarah, I have Zeus, and I have the Dark Bowmaster, which could be Dark Lightning Archer as well. I do have Poseidon as well in my setup, in my build, in my Bavings, but I don't use him in my bone dragon build because he doesn't really do great boss damage for me. And the battle results look like this. So for me, the Succubus, she is the highest level unit. She does most of the damage to the bone dragon, almost half of it. If we look at another one over here and another one over here, it kind of depends a little bit, but they are the 4 top damage dealers over here. So this is a pretty normal setup on how the damage is divided between these 4 units. The others don't do any damage, they are there purely for support. And all of the other units, basically, they are holding items that have either damage skill level +1 line, yellow lines, or hero damage skill level, yellow lines. Even the mighty giants who once reigned at the top damage dealers have been reduced to mere hero damage skill level +1 slaves for this build. So the reason they are in here are purely for cosmetic reasons and purely so that they can hold a couple of these items, which gives me a little bit more damage for my main damage dealer units again. So I have my skill E level are divided like this. So currently I have a couple of damage skill level +1 lines in the build, and also a bit more hero damage skill level +1 lines in the build. So you kind of want to stack both of these to get more damage for your main damage deal, so you can kill the bosses faster, the dragons faster. I also have some CDE lines in here as well, mainly on my town cannons, my lightning cannon and town cannon, and also like necromancer, since these are the same items I use for my waving as well. They have CDE lines with some skill duration, so there's a couple of CDE lines in there as well, but mainly everyone is just having damage or hero damage skill level +1 lines. My treasures look like this. So it's the offensive setup with the strange key. Remember to use the strange key all the time to boost your drop rates, otherwise doing dragons without it's kind of a waste of time. And since you are interested, I'm sure, my skill tree currently looks like this. I'm gonna scroll through it like this for you first. I must say there's a lot of unnecessary points in here at this point for me. My damage dealer are mainly, well, there's 1 lightning damage dealer, there's 2 poison damage dealers, and 1 physical damage dealer actually in this build, which is why I'm starting from the poison path on this account. If you are using lightning build, then you should be starting from the lightning path instead. But I have the full poison tree in here to boost my poison damage dealers. Then I have basically the full physical tree as well, which boosts my bowmaster's damage, and also I have a lot of lightning nodes in here which boost Zeus damage, because Zeus is the 4th damage dealer against the bone dragon in this build. Now in the ice tree, basically most of these are unnecessary. I tried Poseidon, so I have the Poseidon node still active in here because I have way too many skill points that would be required for this build. The only thing you really want in the ice tree is the sword node, so you can basically skip everything else if you are reaching this amount of skill points and trying to kill the bone dragon. So just get the sword node. Same as in the fire tree as well, the sword node is basically the only thing that you really want. But that's how my my skill tree currently looks like. If you have any questions on the skill tree or some specific nodes, please leave a comment down below. These are the Succubus nodes over here that you will need to run Succubus, and also the staff node over there that will boost Succubus damage, make her the damage dealer we deserve against Bone Dragon. Let's try once again. So if the dragon does the breath attack, it takes me a little bit longer to kill it, so I have to cast at least Necromancer again, or basically Necromancer and maybe Succubus as well, like this, to make it a little bit faster. If it doesn't decide to do the breath attack, then it will be a little bit faster. Like this, it's a little bit faster. I don't have to cast anything twice. I can use the altar as well, like this, and it doesn't really make a huge difference. Again, the Bone Dragon did the breath attack over there, so it took a little bit longer. But if it doesn't, then it just kind of dies. It is a little bit faster with the altar, but for me at this point, it's not that much faster. Now, if you are getting your early Bone Dragon farming in, you should use the Altar of Death instead, and you should use the altar to hasten your kills against the Bone Dragon, for sure, for sure. And if you are struggling being alive, of course, you should have Smith in here as well. The most obvious choice to drop would be the Stone Giants over here, so that would be the most obvious thing for you to drop to get Smith in, so you can get your first kills in. And the items on my damage dealers are like this. So I have critical damage, boss damage. These are not the same items that I use for waving, but I have like a boss damage set for Sarah for this setup in here. Some improvement could be done in there. For Succubus, I have the same items as I use for my waving as well. So there's a lot of critical chance attack speed, which are great to boost Succubus damage. For Zeus, these are also the same items I use for my waving as well. These are absolutely beautiful Zeus items. So it's a lot of critical with some boss damage as well. Helps a little bit to make the kills faster. The boss damage runes are not really required for you in your early kills against, well, in waving, for example, it doesn't really help you that much. It's a small boost though, so eventually you might as well get, if you don't, you can also get like lightning damage for Zeus as well. Should work, but those are the main damage dealer items. Of course, Pure Wizard is holding the same items as I use in my waving as well, just to get my cooldowns in so that I can cast stuff twice when necessary, especially when I can get my Chrono to be cast again once the chest opens. I can hasten the chest opening animation a little bit, so it's a little bit faster. Same result could be done by double or triple tapping the game speed icon in the bottom left corner of your screen. But that's currently how my dragon build looks like. 500,000 defense done. I guess next up is 1 million defense, right? There's no way I will get to 1 million defense before getting that DCD IQ staff. Please tell me there's no way that will happen, because that would be very unfortunate, I will say. But we will keep on going. I have not become addicted for no reason. I am not a quitter, so I will keep on going. I will keep on slaying this Bone Dragon until I get that staff. I will get it eventually. But so far, this is my build. Maybe there will be changes coming. I will make sure to keep you updated when and if there is any. So, if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below. I thank you so much again for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bang bang!